Let me see. Is the mic working? All right. Hey, what's up, guys? This is the office. This is where the magic happens. I'm just kidding. We're a little bit in a transition right now, and so for right now, this is the office. We're kind of figuring out where we're ultimately going to put everything. Yeah, so the first of the month, every month, we're gonna have a little Q&A session where you guys can ask us basically anything you want. We'll answer to our best of our abilities, we however long these are. I'm thinking they'll start off around 30 minutes, but eventually grow to maybe an hour at some point. We're just gonna play by ear and see how many questions you guys have. If not, I'll be giving you guys updates on like things that I kind of want to do in the future. Also, a wine that we have coming down the pipeline, and I can tell you about what we're doing with that as well. So really, just kind of up to you guys. Let's see. Cool. Let me see. All right, cool. Yeah, and you guys can just type in your questions on the chat. And if not, I'll just be telling you guys kind of some things that I really want to do, or videos that are coming up until then. So I know I want to do a kind of tasting room etiquette sort of thing where we just kind of describe wines that are really common that you would find in Walmart, that sort of thing, and just like how I'll do my like interpretation, because I like do a very guide version of like tasting notes, very is it easy to drink and like what's good about it, instead of sometimes the descriptions of those get really fanciful, but I know my wife's descriptions are like the same thing. They're like really descriptive and like off, just not the way I would describe it. So I find it really humorous when we're both, we'll talk to customers that come in, and I'll be like, this is what I think. And then my wife will come into the next person doing the tasting, and then she'll do like completely different. And so not that either of them are wrong, just kind of is what it is, like, so I always think that's kind of fun. We also have so we just upgraded our bottling line. We were using a floor corker, and it was kind of hard actually, using floor corkers, because we used to do like around 1,000 bottles per session, thereabouts, some between 5 and 1,000 bottles per session, and it would be like an all night thing for me, like 12 hours for like 100 gallons, or like just over 100 gallons. And the next morning I'll like shot, I'd just be sleeping, because I'd basically go from right off of work till the sun's coming up. I would take a nap, and then next day I have to get up to mow grass or get ready for the tasting room, so it was just like nonstop. But we did upgrade it, so we have a new air compressor corker. So it says it was like you press the button and it goes down. I haven't tried it yet. I mean, but you press the button and it immediately like corks the thing, and it was really reasonable in price, and they claim you can do like 500 bottles an hour. And so, yeah, we're going to go ahead and try to do that. So, but yeah, like I said, guys, if you have any questions, just go ahead and put them in the chat. I'll answer them as they come in. And we're more than happy to like give give you guys our knowledge of like what we have, what we are currently experiencing, um, any of those sorts of things. We are more than happy to share with you guys. Like I said, we're really small winery operation. Really, we're just open on the weekends because my wife and I have like day jobs, the 9 to 5s and stuff, and so we're slowly growing. This transition period is kind of difficult, I will say, because we're still doing our full time job, and basically the winery and our salaries are like right there with each other. But because we're still growing and we're still investing so much money back into the business, it's hard to leave a stable paycheck for something that could be more potentially. It's just hard to make that final leap into it. So let me see. So something else last year, I think I want to say we did like 800 gallons worth of wine last year. Like I said, we were like tiny. We're making some really small batches. This year, I think we're probably going to be over 1,000, but just barely. I do think next year is going to be like, well, I say, but just for us, it's going to be like, I don't know, maybe close to 2,000 is kind of what we're hoping for. So yeah, so that's what's coming down the pipeline. Let me see what else. Oh yeah, so our next videos are going to be basically, there's a couple fruit wine batches that we did, just kind of experimenting. We did a pear wine, which actually has turned out like phenomenal. Actually, it still has like really good flavor right after fermentation. Sometimes you like ferment too dry, and then like a lot of the flavor feels like really flat, and then it starts to come back as it ages. But this pear wine has been like phenomenal. It's had dry and it's still like bomber. It is really good. So that we'll probably bottle that, and we'll show that process of bottling. I'm also going to take gravity on. So I have another batch of wine, which is about around 50-ish gallons, which is a blood orange, which is like been bad. It's been not bad in itself, but like I messed up, and I'll talk about the mess ups in that video. But like I was saying before, we just have like other jobs, and like it was like after work one day, I was really trying to just like knock it out real quick, and I did my measurements wrong, and I was like, when I poured in my sulfites, I basically poured too much, and I remember thinking like, man, that's a lot of sulfites, but I had done the math, and I was like, that seems like a lot for the size, but I poured it in there, and it was like double the amount I needed. And so like that stalled the fermentation forever. I was trying to air it out, trying to get some of those sulfites to come out of the wine, and it did eventually, but that was like a lot longer than usual. And so yeah, so a lot of the new videos that are going to come out is going to be about that, like fixing the wine. But I am a firm believer in that, like most wine can be fixed, barring like excessive oxidation. You can make most wine pretty good. You just might have to blend it with something better. But like you know what I mean? And actually, sometimes you blend wines together and they're like decent wine, you blend it and it's like, bam, amazing wine. or sometimes you like have like a really good wine, you blend it with like a really good wine, it'll be like way bad wine, for your, for your profile, for your palate or whatever. It just really depends. Let me see if I can fix this. Yeah, this I said this setup is temporary. I'll leave this video up for a while. Um, unless it like, give people a while, a couple of days, a couple of weeks to watch it, but eventually we'll probably get set up more for maybe in the back of the of our warehouse that we have on site. But yeah, I don't know. Let me see. Checking on some stuff. Cool. So, another cool thing that we have coming down. So we bought some cabins. We wanted to like fix them up and rent them out and stuff. I was doing a whole video on like how much it costs us to do. But then all the like the prices of lumber or whatever was like went through the roof, and we're remodeling our house in anyways, so we're like, let's just all on that. We will we will get started when we have time or whatever, and now we finally have time. Now it's all good. So I'm gonna give an update on the cabin, where it's currently at, and then we'll finish it out real quick, because it's like 85% done, and then we'll finish it out and then kind of have like final pricing for everything, including like pandemic pricing. So I think that should be like a fair estimate of what it would cost. Another video idea that's coming down the pipeline. Let me think. Sorry, checking on some stuff. And what else do we have coming down the pipe? Oh yeah, so I did a video a while ago, and it's been like really good video that's gotten a lot of traction. Is one where I built my our current aviary. It's gotten a lot of views, a lot of like info and stuff, and so I'm gonna do like a video where I like kind of go over. It's been over a year now, and it's actually still in really decent shape. And we've moved that thing with a tractor, just like picking it up and just like dragging it and stuff. And it's all like, it looks pretty good. I'm pretty proud of it actually. And so I'll do a video on that. If you guys ever have any questions though, you can just like message me through the comments. I'm still like super active. I know I'm like a big deal now and have like over 1,000 subscribers. So, but I still make time to read my comments. All 3 of them I get per week. And so if comment on any video asking anything, and I will, I'll usually like 85% chance I will get back to you. If you're asking something specific. So yeah, I guess we'll make this video a little bit longer. like I said, I'll start doing these every first Friday of every month, and I'll post like a reminder for you guys. For if you guys have any questions, either winemaking questions. Winemaking is kind of everyone chooses their own sort of recipe, their own sort of way to do it, and so wines tend to end up tasting really similarly for each individual winemaker. But I can tell you about my process and kind of what we do if I get those specific questions. But yeah, well, guys, with that being said, if you weren't able to catch this live, mark your calendars, first Friday of every month. We will be here, my wife and I, and yeah, we'll be able to answer your questions. All right. Well, guys, peace out and have some good wine, I guess.